Hello everyone, friends. Today we will play a rather unusual game.
As we understand, this game is similar to Strict Dad, and since you like the original part of this game, we decided to play this one.
This game starts in the morning, not in the evening like the original part, and here we are trying to do everything so as not to go to school.
Our main character wants to convince his father that he is sick. Okay, this might work.
Well, let's start playing. There is a PC here. I wonder if you can play it?
No, you need to leave feedback here. Okay. By the way, have you noticed that we are walking around with a sound that is goofy as crap?
Oh, Mal, this dog is also a goofy. If this whole game is in this setting, then it's 10 out of 10.
Okay, we found the father. Let's see if we can convince him that we are sick.
Perhaps it would be an erroneous decision to allow me to be a potential disease spreader at school. I think he's unlikely to believe it.
May I suggest staying at home instead? Damn, this looks like a complete lie. I definitely wouldn't believe it.
He checks our temperature. 36.5? What does it mean? These are probably some strange units of temperature measurement.
It was obvious that he wouldn't believe us. But our main character doesn't want to stop there. I think he will look for ways to increase his body temperature.
Okay. He turns on the lights in the room. I doubt that this will have any effect on our temperature. This is a pretty stupid way to pretend to be sick. There are a lot of other ways.
We are trying to ask our father to check our temperature again. Let's see what the thermometer shows this time.
And 37. I don't understand anything about these units of measurement, but it seems to me that an increase of half a degree is really insignificant.
Our main character is going to raise the temperature even further. It is very strange that light bulbs in the house increase a person's body temperature. Okay, what will he do next?
Is he really going to turn on every light in the house? This is crazy. Okay, let's see what comes of this.
Okay, here's the last one. Let's now see what comes of this. I wonder what temperature the thermometer will show.
Well, 37.7. It seems to me that this should be enough for them to leave us at home. Why does our father still say that everything is normal? He's pretty weird.
He said that we needed to take a bath, and our main character said that he had an idea. I wonder what he was thinking.
I think he wants to raise his temperature with a hot bath, but I could be wrong.
First, we need to have breakfast. I think he's going to eat some really hot food to start with. I can't imagine how this would affect body temperature, but okay.
When I was a child, there were no electronic thermometers, so it was easier for me to feign illness. How did you pretend as a child to avoid going to school?
Growing up in the modern era, where we have access to so much technology and information, it can be much harder to get away with faking sick days and feigning illnesses. I remember having to try different tactics as a kid, like covering up the thermometer with a blanket or taking cold showers before checking my temperature. These days, I probably couldn't get away with these tricks due to how much more accurate and advanced modern thermometers are.
Yeah, technology is definitely making it harder to fake sickness nowadays. I also remember sneaking around and using tricks to try and manipulate the thermometer. But now we have electronic thermometers that are extremely precise and accurate. It's not as easy as it used to be to get away with faking sickness and feigning illness.
Some common tricks that can be used to avoid going to school include covering the thermometer with a blanket, taking cold showers before checking your temperature, eating spicy foods before taking your temperature, and using a hairdryer to heat up the thermometer. These tricks can potentially fool an old-school mercury thermometer, but they may not work as effectively now that we have electronic thermometers with accurate readings.
I think it is better for our viewers not to know both of these methods. Otherwise, all the schools in the world will become empty. It's better not to skip school so you don't end up begging near Walmart. You're right. It's best not to share these tricks with our viewers too much. You never know when an eager student might be watching and trying to skip school using these methods. Let's keep it to ourselves.
I like this game more than the previous one. In general, I like the modes in Roblox where you need to complete the game and not just stupidly farm endlessly. What modes for passing do you know?
I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying the game more than the previous one. And I agree, I too enjoy the game modes in Roblox where you need to complete challenges and quests rather than just mindlessly farming or collecting items. Some other game modes where you can pass the time and have fun include escape room, tower defense, and survival games.
My favorite game modes for passing the time in Roblox are definitely escape room and tower defense. Escape room is a great way to challenge yourselves and think critically while also having fun. It's a puzzle-based game mode where you need to work together with other players to find hidden objects and solve puzzles in order to escape the room. Tower defense is also a great way to test your strategic and problem-solving skills, as well as enjoy some lighthearted competition with others.
Other fun and engaging Roblox games include Jailbreak, Adopt Me, and Natural Disaster Survive. Jailbreak is a popular open-world and action-packed game where you can drive cars, shoot guns, rob banks, and more. Adopt Me is more lighthearted and fun, with its life simulation-style gameplay. Natural Disaster Survive is a challenging and intense survival game where you have to avoid various natural disasters like hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, etc.
Okay, while we are discussing these games, our character has already started a fire. He doesn't want to go to school so much that he's ready to burn down his house.
It seems that our father is not very happy that we are still at home. I think he has some things to do at home that we can't know. For this reason, he really wants us to go to school.
What? 52 degrees? It seems to me that this is already too much. Does our father even know how to count? This is a terrible temperature. I can't even imagine what illness you need to have for you to feel so bad.
It's true that a body temperature of 52 degrees is very abnormal and definitely a cause for concern. The human body maintains a relatively steady core temperature within a narrow range, and when this temperature becomes too high or too low, it can indicate a serious medical condition. Depending on the specific circumstances, a body temperature of 52 degrees may be indicative of hyperthermia or hypothermia, which can both be dangerous and even fatal if not treated promptly and properly.
A fever of this severity is usually a symptom of a serious medical condition, but it can also indicate a variety of illnesses. The most common causes of 52-degree body temperature include heat stroke or heat exhaustion, which occur when the body cannot regulate itself properly in extremely hot conditions. Other possible causes include severe infections, such as pneumonia and meningitis, extreme hypothermia, or severe bleeding and shock, which can reduce blood circulation and lower body temperature rapidly.
In our case, this guy caused such a high temperature by practically turning his house into a sauna. I wonder if my father doesn't notice the change in temperature in his house at all, or at least that everything around was heated to red. This old man is very strange.
So, I am sure that even the current high temperature will not be a reason for him to stay at home. Okay, I was right. I think it's better to go to school. I wouldn't want to be in the same room with this idiot for more than 20 minutes. It seems to me that his head lacks an understanding of basic things in the world.
We decided to set the car on fire? This is not the best solution to our problem, but it's not our place to judge this guy, right? Okay, I think further ways to increase the temperature are useless, but I wonder what his imagination will take him to. We can already set things on fire with our farts. It's like some kind of superpower. I think I should show this to my father. Such a deviation from the norm should definitely be a reason not to go to school and stay at home.
Please, try not to set everything on fire with your farts. Setting things on fire in such way is not normal, and it can be dangerous. Instead, focus on taking care of yourself and your family. You don't want to get sick, and you don't want to make your family sick either, so it's best to remain vigilant and follow proper hygienic practices at home. Please, take care of yourself and keep yourself warm and comfortable.
Okay, now everything around is on fire. I think this is a good enough reason for us to stay home. This is a statewide disaster. Forest fires are no joke.
Guys, what are the reasons for not going to school in your state, apart from illness?
Apart from illness and other medical reasons, students can also be excused from school for appointments or other special situations, such as religious holidays or celebrations, trips and field studies, emergencies and natural disasters, or even if a student's parents request it. The school system in the U.S. generally recognizes that sometimes students may indeed need to be excused for reasons other than illness.
So our father can request to let us stay at home even if we're completely healthy?
Technically, yes. Your father could make a request to your school to excuse you from classes, even if you are perfectly healthy. However, the school may not necessarily take that request into consideration and may require some form of evidence or explanation. Ultimately, the decision will depend on the regulations at your particular school and the circumstances surrounding your request.
I think skipping school is the worst reason to call Satan. This guy risks everything to avoid going to school. Children, don't do this. It is better to go to school and do nothing there than to skip school. Because of this, you may have problems with socialization.
Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you liked this video, be sure to like it. I also remind you that we are waiting for comments with your favorite games. I hope you can recommend something very cool. We read all your comments and continue to play your favorite games. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and get notifications so you don't miss a video with your favorite game. See you soon, friends. Bye-bye.